EPA Chief Scott Pruitt says the coal industry has hired thousands of workers since President Trump was elected. Listen to what he said over the weekend. Roll tape.
What we do know is it impacted up to 400,000 jobs in this country. What we do know is it impacted both the manufacturing base and energy sector jobs. You know, since the fourth quarter of 2016, Chris, we've had almost 50,000 jobs created in the mining and coal sector alone. In fact, in the month of May, almost 7,000 jobs.
However, some people are dismissing that claim. Look at this headline in today's Washington Post. It reads, "Coal country is a great place to be from, but does the future match Trump's optimism?" Joining us now is Murray Energy CEO Robert Murray. Robert, frequent guest on the program. Good to see you back. How are you?
Good mornings. I'm just fine, Stuart.
Okay.
Good to be with you.
Now, EPA Administrator Scott Pruitt, he says, since the election of President Trump, coal jobs have come back. Thousands of them. Is that accurate?
What Mr. Pruitt said was accurate. Right on. 46,700 mining jobs, he said, not just coal jobs. He said coal and mining jobs have been restored by this president since his election through the end of April. That comes from the Bureau of Labor Statistics itself, and the number is exactly 46,700 jobs, Stuart.
Okay. Do you expect more to be created? Is this the start of a serious uptrend that will restore coal country, I should say?
Yes, it will restore jobs. He's already saved 25,000 coal mining jobs alone on his clean power plan overturn. On top of the 46,700 jobs in mining that he's restored. That saved 25,000 jobs on top of the 63,000 that the Sierra Club, Silicon Valley, Democrats, liberal elitists, and the media destroyed under 8 years of Obama.
Okay.
He's brought
let me interrupt you for a
back.
second. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but look, we hear about clean coal. President Trump says he wants to bring back clean coal. What exactly is clean coal? No carbon emissions?
Clean coal can be various technologies, from the efficiency of the power plant to reduce all emissions. If you want it to be carbon, there are technologies to do that. If you want it to be sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxides, you can do that. But we must remember one thing, Stuart. There has to be 30% coal-fired electricity generation in this country, or people will not have electric power. They will not have a reliable electric power grid. They will not have low-cost energy. You can't store natural gas at a power plant. You can't store sunshine there, and you can't store the wind. The only way that we can meet the peaks and valleys of the power plants through the days and through the seasons is to have a solid hydrocarbon at the power plant. That is coal, and that is 30% of America's electricity. And anyone that says we go below that will force people to freeze in the dark. People die on the operating table.
Okay.
We must have 30% coal-fired.
All right, Robert Murray, we hear you, and thanks very much for setting us straight on jobs created since the president was elected. Robert Murray, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Stuart.